What's up? Today I'm going to review a book which is called Destroy Me by Terry Maffei. This is a 1.5 novella in Shatter Me series. So let's get started. Destroy Me does something one of the other books in the series can't do it. It hands the narrations over to the person Juliet, and the reader spend an entire book being terrified of it. A slim novella, but it's completely reoriented how you read Warner's point of view. Shatter Me built him as locked door. This book is the key, and once you are inside, you don't get to see him the way again. This book made me fall in love with the Warner because in the first book, I like Kenji, and from this, in the first book in Shatter Me, I like Kenji, but in this book, I really felt what Warner is and started making me feel like he was the best romantasy boyfriend I've ever read, and it's my also first romantasy series, so Aaron is well written character. The novella picks up in the immediate aftermath of Shatter Me. Warner shot badly after hurting, covering not in a hospital but back under his father's roof, where weakness is irritated like an injury and more like a liability. The Supreme Commander's presence looms over nearly every page, cold, transactional, openly contemptuous to his son, having been vulnerable enough to get hurt in the first place. While he is mean to healing, Warner is done the opposite of resting, quietly working around his father's priorities to track down Juliet, leaning on Delilu or whatever the resources he can pull off without drawing attention. Very little of his external plot-driven action. It's a pressure cooker of physical pain, political under his father's thumb, and a mind that keeps circling back obsessively to one person and delivered in real time from inside Warner's own head. This book that makes Warner in Shatter Me is filtered entirely through Juliet's fair, magnetic, cruel, unexplained, because the inside of her cell, his motives don't to make sense. Destroy Me hands him the mic. What comes out generally devastating, not because it excuses anything he has done, but because you finally see the machinery behind it. His father hasn't just certified him, he has engineered a person who equates love with usefulness and safety with being hurt just right amount. Warner narrates his own abuse almost flatly, like weather, like simply and condition. The condition he has always lived in, and that flatness is what actually guts you as a reader far more than he would be narrated it with self-pity. The obsession with Juliet reads completely different from the inside too. In book 1, it's menace. Here, it's stripped for her fare, as the lens it read as the starving kind of loneliness, someone who has never once been touched without violence attached, fixating on the one person who was touched didn't hurt him, and mistaking that miracle for permission to possess her. Maffei doesn't let you fully off the hook for now, mistaking that miracle for permission to possess her. Uncomfortable, this is the tracking and the surveillance, the refusal to let go. Don't stop being controlling just because you now understand where they come from. But that tension is exactly what makes him devastating. Instead of villainous, you are watching someone starving, mistake obsession for the only one kind of love he has ever been shown. Clock it. The prose carries to a lot of weight. Maffei's signature intensity, that breathless, lyrical, internal voice actually suits Warner even better than suited Juliet, because his depression so much deeper, where her arc is about learning to stop silencing herself. He is about a man who's never once considered that his silence might be a wound instead of a virtue. That's what makes the quitter scenes him forcing himself through training to hide his injury. The rare unguarded moment with Delilu hit him harder than a book this short has any right to manage. A few things keep it from a perfect scroll through. I feel off. It moves entirely internal. If you are reading for a plot momentum, long-stretched are just Warner and his own head, and the external incident is thin even for a novella. It's a character study wearing a plot clothes, honest about trade-off but still a trade-off. The romanticism risk is real, locked in his sympathetic first-person frame the whole time. The surveillance and control occasionally read closer to romantic than alarming. Maffei's asking you hold two things more at once. He is wounded and still isn't okay, and that balance drifts a little too far towards someone more than once. The supporting cast doesn't get much room. His father is chilling but serves more than as a device to explain Warner than as a fully realized antagonist in his own right. And Delilio, while a nice grace note, remains more sketch than person. If Warner was the puzzle you couldn't stop picking at, it shattered me this book that turns him into a person, which is exactly why it ends to be the favorite entry for so many readers of the series. It's not the strong plot in the Shatter Me universe. It's not really trying to be one. It's the emotional groundwork that makes everything Warner does unravel me. Every bit of that love triangle tension and the way it's supposed to. 9 out of 10 I would give this. Feels exactly right. A near perfect character study, held back only slightly back at its own thinness. As a plot and how close it lets obsession, love stand next to each other, devastating rarely is the right word for it, just maybe in more than one sense. What were your thoughts and opinion? Let me know in the comment section below. Thank you. Have a nice day. Bye.